women saying what their standards are, saying what they expect, or saying what a real man is supposed to be or supposed to look like, or like you can't help but to start believing that that's the bar that you're supposed to strive for. And the fucked up part about it is most of the bars have nothing to do with who men are as people.
So then when you hit us with the serious shit, I'm like, oh shit, like this is real
thing,
right?
Yeah.
And it felt very heartfelt. And so you pulled my heartstrings, because I'm like, no, I know you. I've spent the last couple of years getting to know you. And I know that no amount of whatever that monetary shit is, that material shit, none of that should weigh heavier than who you are. So for me, again, the overarching thought, black men are not enough. And that hurt.
Now, while she was speaking, I saw you kind of like nodding your head in agreement a little bit. So what was you thinking?
I just saw it today. She sent it to me today. I saw you. I saw myself.
Okay.
Because I've had them evaluation issues, and I heard just no matter what reason you gave at that point, it kept going back to I'm not good enough because whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Really realizing, man, you got to be good enough for you first. And as a man, there's always something else we can focus on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always, I can get the abs, I can get the bigger house, I can get the bigger car, I can get the better paying job. There's always something better you can be doing, but shit, at what point do you draw the line? Because some people never break that cycle.
Right.
But me personally, I realized my greatest strife in relationships came from trying to impress people that wasn't good enough for their damn self.
Yeah.
So you know how hard it is to really get to a good point where you feel like you're happy about you. And to blow it all on somebody that ain't good enough for them, and that's dated people that made them feel like they ain't good enough. That shit is crazy.
What made you feel like when we're talking about the feeling of not feeling like we're good enough for whatever women are out there?
Yeah.
Like, what makes you feel that way? Like, I know my answer, but I would like for you I want you to share yours first.
It's always a nigga somewhere getting more money than you. It's always somebody with something better than you. And I've realized, like, in dating, that only comes about when somebody's trying to spite me. At that point. So, long story short, I realized, and it's crazy because I operate to such a high standard. I'm not given that grace to make a mistake. That's where I feel like I'm not good enough, because the one time I do drop the ball or fall short in the eyes of somebody that constantly fucks up.
Oh man,
you know where I'm at with this.
I like this nigga, man.
You know where I'm at with this.
Let me add on real quick, right? Because like I think that's what he just said is like the gift and the curse of like the quote unquote like good guy, nice guy, right?
Yeah.
Because like what happens is, and I do rant about, right?
Yep, I know where you're going.
But it's so it be so true. Like the thing that and the best word that I can really find, the thing that I envy the most about like the fuck niggas and the niggas who ain't shit is they get such a large margin for error.
Yep.
Because it's expected
Yep.
for them to be ain't shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but when you are looked at as the good guy, the nice guy, the guy who would never do that, the guy who would never treat you
that of you
that way, the one time that you fuck up, it's like it's so much more like it just gets blown out of proportion because like our margin for error is just so small because nobody expects for us to be like every other nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that you are like every other nigga, but it's like you are human. You do fuck up, you do make mistakes, you do fall short sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And like And to answer the question that I asked you, like what makes you feel that way? What makes me feel that way is, I guess because I'm in the content like creation space, right? Like just like how I sent you like the pod or whatever, the clip. I look at other, like, I'm on social media.
Yeah.
Like I try to keep an ear to like see what like the pulse of the people is, like what women are thinking, what they feeling, what they saying, like, because a lot of the times I'm a firm believer in like some people use their social media to use other people's thoughts to really speak for them, but they really feel that way, but maybe they don't have the words, or maybe they just don't have the fucking gall to just say it themselves, like, you know what I'm saying? But I pay very close, and maybe this is a fault of mine, but I pay very close attention to like who you agree with. That's why I have a lot of people who like repost like LaBoy and shit all the time. Like that's why I go so hard at them, because it's like, it's funny on the surface. Some shit be funny, some shit be jokes. Yeah. But it's truth behind every joke. Yep. Yeah. And if you're reposting some shit that's really kind of crazy, like you feel that way, my nigga.
Yeah. There's some connection there.
It's something there. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, if you see so many women saying what their standards are, saying what they expect, or saying what a real man is supposed to be or supposed to look like, or like, you can't help but to start believing that that's the bar that you're supposed to strive for. And the fucked up part about it is most of the bars have nothing to do with who men are as people. Mm-hmm. But if I'm on this side of that dating spectrum, and my whole life I've been more focused on who I am as a person, mm-hmm. but now I come to realize as an adult that shit don't fucking matter for real. Like that's a major conflict.
It do and it don't. So one of the hardest lessons I had to realize, a good friend of mine posed it to me. And she said it a lot cleaner, but at the end of the day I had to realize, and this is how I connected it with myself, is